So this week is the last week of the NFL regular season, and it sucks, man. Like, it's bittersweet, I guess. Bitter because no more football. Sweet because we don't have to watch that god awful product that the Texans are putting out there at the moment. Also sweet because it means the Texans are just literally a few weeks away from hiring a new GM and head coach, unless they keep Romeo Cornell. Nah, they're not going to keep Romeo Cornell, but, we're literally a few weeks away from a whole new era. Not only, for us Texans fans, a new, coaching staff and GM era, but no, a new NFL era. The Deshaun Watson era, the era where Deshaun Watson just gonna dominate the NFL and, dominate everything and every single stat and break every single record and win every single MVP and win 17 Super Bowls in a row. We're just a few weeks away from that era. And, you should be very, very excited, but also kind of upset because football season is about to end. And to make things worse, there's no Pro Bowl this year, man. All us NFL fans, we all wait for the NFL Pro Bowl. That's the reason why we even care about the NFL season. We all love to vote for the players and watch the amazing product that is the NFL Pro Bowl, but this year there will unfortunately not be an NFL Pro Bowl, so yeah, it kind of makes things, even worse, but, a few weeks away from new coaching staff, new GM, all that good, fun stuff, but, here we are, week 17. Now, week 17, the Texans, they have absolutely nothing to play for. They've really had nothing to play for since the 0-4 start, if we're being honest. But some of you guys kept saying, "No, Sticky, I don't care that they're 1-6. They can still make the playoffs." Season was over at 0-4, guys. So the Texans haven't had anything to play for. The Titans have absolutely everything to play for. If they lose this game, they probably don't win the division, and there's a very, very, very good chance that they would not make the playoffs, because I believe if Tennessee loses, Indianapolis wins, and Cleveland wins, then I believe Tennessee would be out. Now here's the issue. Cleveland plays Pittsburgh without Big Ben. Even though Big Ben is fat and washed, they could still lose that game. Lost to the Jets. But still, though, you would expect Cleveland to win that game. And then Indy plays Jacksonville. Yeah, I know Jacksonville beat Indy week 1, but that was week 1. Week 17, that's a whole, 4 different months of a difference. So, yeah, Indy's not going to lose to Jacksonville. But here's the other thing. If, Cleveland wins, Tennessee wins, and I believe Miami wins, or Baltimore, or something like that. If all these teams win, which they probably will win, then Indy doesn't make the playoffs. So, in a way, the Texans are in a situation where they can, really screw either the Colts over or the Titans over. Now, here's the thing, man. I see this game going one of two ways, and it's, there is no different outcome. There's no in between, I guess. Way number one. This is the way I think is probably gonna happen. This is the way that makes most sense. Kind of proven by NASA scientists type of thing. And that's Tennessee going into Houston and just completely destroying the Texans. Who's gonna cover A.J. Brown? They ain't gonna stop Derrick Henry. Last week, what's his name? Brandon Allen? I don't even know what his name was. The quarterback the Bengals had, third string guy, he tore up the Texans defense. A third stringer. Garbage player. Obviously, Tannehill is not no freaking Patrick Mahomes, but he ain't no Brandon Allen or whatever the hell his name was. So Tannehill is gonna come in here with AJ Brown, and they're gonna completely tear up the Texans defense. Oh, and Derrick Henry. You already know Derrick Henry's gonna run all over this Texans defense. Now, obviously, the Texans do have Deshaun effing Watson and, Chad Hansen. So, Deshaun Watson is going to get into a shootout possibly with the Tennessee Titans. And in typical Texans fashion, the Texans will lose. I mean, it's either that or the second outcome, which is very, very possible, and the Texans play spoiler on the Tennessee Titans. And I feel like Titans fans, you guys are probably terrified of this outcome. Now, the realistic outcome, of course, is Henry and Tannehill tearing up the Texans defense, heartbreaking fashion, Texans lose. But, I mean, you guys saw J.J. Watt last week after the loss. He was pissed off. He was pretty much calling out someone or some players. He was calling out people, from what it sounds like. Obviously, he didn't say any names in particular, but I'm pretty sure there was some dudes in the locker room that clown around. Don't take this thing seriously, Pharaoh Brown. But yeah. So JJ Watt was pissed, and it was the last game of the season, last game with Romeo Crennel. The Texans always play Tennessee real tough. I mean, look back at, what was it, week 6? They went into overtime in Nashville. So, yeah, it is very possible that the Texans could play spoiler against the Titans and actually win this game. I'm not ruling it out of the possibility that the Texans do win this game, because the Texans are very capable to win this game because they have a better quarterback. And J.J. Watt was pissed off last week, and in the press conference, he pretty much called out the team, or certain players on the team, I guess. So players are probably going to come out fired up because of J.J. Watt, because it's the last game of the season, because it's the last game with Romeo Crennel, who they apparently absolutely love. So, yeah, I could definitely see the Texans winning this game, but I mean, I don't know, man. I just do not see it happening, because I also saw the Texans beating Chicago, and I also saw the Texans beating Cincinnati. I did not expect Brandon Allen to tear up the Texans defense, but he did. That just goes to show how bad this Texans defense is. I mean, if a third-string backup quarterback with god-awful offensive line can do that, what is Ryan Tannehill going to do? What is Derrick Henry going to do? Derrick Henry probably wants his 2,000 rushing yards, and he's about, 220 away or something like that. Last 2 games Derrick Henry played the Texans, he rushed for 200 yards. And yes, one of the games was against backup Texans defense in Week 17 last year, but still. I mean, he did it, overtime, Week 6, he can do it again. There is nothing in me that believes that, dudes like Carlos Watkins and, like that, Eric Murray. Wait, is Eric Murray even back? I don't know. Dudes like that, I do not believe they're going to be able to stop the pass or the run. Vernon Hargreaves. Vernon Hargreaves going to stop something. A.J. Brown, dude's a stud. Corey Davis has been having a pretty good season. Jonnu Smith, who's stopping Jonnu Smith? Now, obviously, Tennessee's defense is god-awful as well, but, hey, man, someone's probably going to fumble away this game again. Someone. I mean, obviously, the botched snap against Indy back in, week 14? Week 13, botched snap. And then you had the Week 15 Kiki QT fumble. And then last week you had the Deshaun Watson strip sack fumble. I mean, odds are someone's going to fumble this game away. Who is it going to be? Just choose. Place your bets. I don't know, David Johnson, or I don't know, like maybe someone, maybe Kiki again, maybe it's Chad Hansen, or maybe it's the bald man Jordan Akins. I don't know, man. I mean, can they win? Yes. The only way they win is if they took what J.J. Watt said to heart and come out fired up. If not, they're gonna lose. Like, hey, who knows? Maybe they don't care anymore, and maybe they're already planning, their trip. Maybe they're going to Hawaii de vacaciones or something. Like, I don't know, but bittersweet again. Season's coming to an end. Bittersweet. New stuff coming soon. For the Texans. Excited about that, but season's almost over. Playoffs should be interesting though, so yeah, keep an eye out for the playoffs. And I mean, even if you're a Texans only fan, like straight up, keep an eye out on the playoffs because chances are your next head coach could be coaching in the playoffs, like Eric Bieniemy or Adam Gase or Brian Dabble, Greg Roman. Something like that. So they could be out there. Like nobody knows. Maybe they get freaking Robert Salami. I don't know. But yeah, keep an eye out on the playoffs. Now, as far as this game goes, prediction wise, I'm gonna go with like 38-34. Tennessee Titans win. Let me see. Give me a Jordan Akins fumble, just because he's bald. But not bald, but he is balding, and he needs to accept it. That just cut your hair, bro. Like you're bald. Like your hairline's like halfway through like your head. Like whatever. But I mean, yeah. I hope you guys are having a good New Year's Eve. I hope you guys, if you're watching, hope you guys have a great year. Like if you're watching, post New Year's Eve on New Year's Day, Happy New Year's. But yeah. Appreciate you guys for putting up with me throughout all these years, through this year, and yeah, that's all I have for you guys for today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.